Hello, hello everybody. I hope you're all well. It's a bit of a hot one this evening, isn't it? Excuse me, I'm just gonna have to semi-close my window. Sorry about that. Right, it's gonna be hot up here, but never mind, we'll cope. Right, so as usual, just got to wait for my feed. So yeah, these are the cards I'm making tonight. Where they sit. So I'm waiting for a feed. Come on. Oh, I'm not getting a video feed. Come on. I can't see if anybody's there yet until I get a feed, so just bear with me. Yeah, here we are. Right, so yep, here we are. They're all live. So, right, I'm using a set tonight called Floral Essence. I'll show you the set first. It's this. Been around for a couple of years. It's not actually. I think it's been around a couple of years. Not was it last? Anyway, it's not retiring. It's not on the retiring list. But hello, whoever's watching. But it's carrying over, as is the punch that goes with it. Let me find the punch. So the punch, you've got a punch, and that obviously just punches out that shape there. This one, I believe. Hi Susan, hope you're well. Hi Wanda, hope you're well. So yeah, I believe this is an anemone, but you can actually make it look like poppies as well, which is what I'm going to do tonight. All right, see what you're going to do. Oh God, the pressure. I'll show you in a minute. I'm covering them. Look. So yeah, just explaining Floral Essence, and there's the bundle. At the moment, it is a bundle price in the catalogue, so you get 10% off. I believe when it carries over to the new catalogue, it won't go as a bundle. It will get split up. So if you do want it, grab it while you get 10% off. Hi Sandra, hope you're well as well. Also, I am going to quickly say, if anybody is thinking of joining or thinking of putting in a fairly big order in the near future, we've got a very special recruiting offer coming up for June only, and it starts next on the launch day for the new catalogue, which is June the 3rd. I'll actually go over it again at the end. June the 3rd, and basically, if you get £130 worth of goods for you pay £99, you get £130 worth of goods, but you get to choose a bundle set. Now that can either be a stamp set and a punch, or that could be a stamp set and a die set. And the dearest die set in the catalogue is about £55, so you could be getting that on top of your £130 worth of goods. So about £180 worth of goods for £99, plus all your catalogues, plus other things. Plus in the future, if you stay as a demo, you obviously get your 20% discount. I could go on, but I'll be posting about that in the next week or so as well, because it's a fantastic offer. It really, really is one of the best ones we've had in a long while. Even better than the Celebration, I think. Well, as good as the Celebration, if not. Anyway, before I keep waffling anymore, I'm going to put them to the side. Don't need the box, so we'll need the punch. So yeah, we've got a few surprises tonight. It's something a little bit different. We've got this card, which I'm going to start with. It's the Black Magic technique. And it works absolutely ideal. I will do like it will only basically work properly with when you've got sets that are full. What's the word? Can't think what the word is now. No, but not this one's an outline one. If I show you what I mean, then this is just an outline stamp, so it just does the outline and you colour it in. This one just does the full colour, like on this card, whereas the background does that one. It will make sense. No, you probably can't see that very well, actually. That's quite light. So that's just an outline. So yeah, the Black Magic technique will only really work with stamps that are full. There's a better word for it, and I can't just slip my mind at the moment. So yeah, so we'll crack on. I'll just quickly show you this as well, what this is. I'm going to show you. This is, I did case this from Liz Dior, who's another UK demo. I saw her do it. I thought, oh, it's lovely. But it does only contain our note cards, our Stampin Up note cards, which are smaller than our normal size cards. But today I had a go, and I've made a bigger version as well. So if I get a chance and time, I'll show you how to do that as well. Or at least give you the measurements on my blog tomorrow or whenever I do it. But these are the cards that I made to go in it. So that's all using, oh, on the envelope. So similar. I kept them very in a similar vein. Don't know whether we'll be making all of them because we may run out of time. And then these two, I matched obviously the paper inside. Excuse my, look, I dropped something on it earlier, spoilt it. Hey ho. So and these two are similar as well. I was trying to reciprocate the daisy in the background-ish, which you can use the daisy punch to do that as well. But I did it, I tried to do the colours, replicate the colours. And this is using the vellum, which is in the suite as well, and that's still available, although I don't think that's reduced. The paper, the designer series paper, is actually reduced. It was £10.75, and at the moment that's retiring, and that's been reduced to £8.60. And the organdy ribbon, that's carrying over. The SU note cards, yeah, they're about £6.50 for 20, so they're quite good value. But they're 5 inches by 3.5. Yeah, 5 by 3.5, so they're a little bit smaller, but they fit in there. So I'm going to do the black magic card first. If I waffle on anymore. Right, so I'll leave that so you can see it. Quite a quick technique actually. And use the Stampin' blends to colour it in with. You can use other things, watercolour pencils, Stampin' Right markers. I was a little bit concerned about using it with our Stampin' blends, I have to say, but I don't think it will ruin them. It didn't seem to today, so all is well, all is good. So here we go. I'm going to emboss somebody. So yeah, first off, we need our embossing buddy, Versamark and white powder. I think I might have to open the window so plenty of powder, because it will pick up on black. It will notice a lot more on black. Right, I need my paper. So here we go. So we're using the large anemone and the small one. Oh, and I am using the leaf. The leaf is actually, it's not in the set because it needed a blocky leaf. I've used one. It's in the Everything Is Rosy, the retired set. So it's because it really looks like a poppy, but any blocky leaf would do that you've got. So really do need a foam pad. I'm so happy that this has not been retiring. I keep saying it, I know, but so I'm getting flustered because I'm hot. I think I will have to open the window. I should just have to put up with any noise. That, strictly speaking, should go underneath the paper, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. It needs to be cleaned. And then the little one, oh, I didn't get that on a block. Why did I not put that on a block, Sarah? Right, quickly do it before my Versamark dries. So hopefully you can just about see the Versamark. And then quickly in with the white powder. Yeah. And I think, because I know what I'm like, I'm going to set it as I go. No, I might get away with doing the leaves, she says. Let's go for it. What's the worst that can happen? And get a big gust of wind. Luckily I haven't got the fan on tonight because I didn't bother getting that actually. So we're going to go in, try to wipe it off the bottom a little bit. I didn't want it right at the bottom. Put it right there. It's gone on a little bit. That might cover with the white with any luck, so that's a good idea. And a bit tight to get another one in there. Now I wonder if I can do the centre as well, or shall I do that afterwards? I'm not sure. I think I might do that afterwards. I'm not going to push my luck too much. Right, so I'm just putting them to the side. And then I just got to say, oh, I forgot my powder. So, look what I've done now. I have actually bought a paint, I bought a paintbrush up rather than keep flicking it, because I'll flick all my other embossing powder off. So, just get off as much as you can, because obviously white on the black will really show up. Hello Paul, how are you? Right, so here we go. I'm going to just get rid of that because I don't want to melt some. We're going to go in with a heat gun, so a little bit of noise. You should be able to see it turning white when it's setting. It's getting hot. That's it. It actually looks really nice with those black centres, doesn't it? But we are going to colour them in. Now, in the set, there are there's 3 centres actually, and you have to get the right one. One's got a little groove out there. I'll have to show you. It's better to show you. I think that titchy one is for that one. Then that one's for that one. And then this is for the other flower. I'm always worried about losing the little titchy ones. Oh, thank you, Paul. Good. Glad you're well. Right, here we go. Yes, look, I don't know about you. It's poppies. Obviously, to me, it looks quite oriental. I always think of red, white, and black, and a bit of gold always looks oriental. And I do have a little bit of a thing for that. Japanese culture. Right, here we go. So I think I've got the right one. So just going in with the Versamark again. And I should clean it, but I'm not because I've been naughty. I'll clean it afterwards. And then, yeah, this one's got a slight... You'd see it when you was up close. You'd see what I mean. I don't think it would make too much difference, to be honest. But and just in with the powder again. Oh, that was a big glob. I missed that one. There we go. So yeah, I've not done this technique for a while, this black magic technique. So it does only work with certain types of stamps, but it's very effective. I'm going to leave that lid off and hope that I don't knock it over, she says. Right, here we go. That's it. Right, now we just got to colour it in. And as I said, we're using Stampin' Blends. Now, can you all guess what colour I'm using? The red? Wanda will have a guess. Go on, Wanda, have a guess what colour I'm using. You should be able to tell by the cardstock. We're using Poppy Parade, being as we're making poppies. So, hello Yvonne, how are you? Right, so I have to say, because of the embossing, our Stampin' Blends, they won't actually blend quite as well as they normally would. I'm just going to do the yellow quickly. As they would on cardstock. Oops. So you have to. I'm starting with the light. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. They don't sort of blend. They can be prone to wiping it off a little bit until it's kind of set. So I'm going to do the light coloured first, and then make sure I've got the light one. So pretty much all over. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I dare use my Stampin' Blends to do this. It's going to, because obviously embossing's a little bit rough. But I'm being very gentle, just a light touch. Does it? It looks like, oh dear, my camera must be really rubbish if it looks like Cajun Craze. Oh dear, it could be the light actually. I have got the blinds closed to keep the sun out. It could be my artificial lights. Oh dear, that is not good looking like Cajun Craze when it's red Poppy Parade. Well, trust me, it is a red. Cardstock is black, basic black. White embossing, Poppy Parade on the top, and we're going to use Mossy Meadow for the leaves. So yeah, still trying to keep it nice and light. I think I'll just do all of it because then it'll give it a chance to dry, hopefully. probably blocking your view, sorry. So very simple, just colouring it all over. So crafting ladies, tell me how long has it ago since you did the black magic technique? Probably quite a while. We haven't touched on it in class for quite a while. Obviously we haven't had proper classes for quite a while either, but that's another story. There we go. And then I'm just going to come in with the red. Never? You've never done it, Wanda? Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully you might put a stop to that. Might have a go at doing it. Unless you don't like it, of course. Maybe you don't. That's actually staying on better than it did earlier. But once I blend it. Hello, Oxy. Hello, Carol. Hope you're both well. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to make sure that does blend, otherwise that's going to look a bit strange. Oh yeah, see, it moves. It does move because of the embossing. Still looks nice though. Yeah, not being quite as careful as I was when I did it earlier, but I think it kind of looks like watercolour. You love it? Good. Right. Now I know that it works. Yeah. I think what I did earlier, I just heat set it with the gun and that really helped it to stay and dry it a little bit. Hello Alec, how are you? Hello. Oh dear. I think people must be bored tonight. She thought you'd all be out sunning yourself out at the beach or in your gardens. I must admit we had our tea out in the garden. It was lovely. Nice and cool. So here we go. I am doing this very quickly and roughly. I would take more care if I was doing it for real. Well, I am doing it for real, but you know what I mean. So neat. I don't think so, Paul. It depends what you mean by neat. In which sense of the word. It is a clever technique, if that's what you mean. My colouring's not particularly neat, but then again, that's the good thing about flowers. You can get away with a lot with flowers. Get away with murder with it, with the colouring. There we go. Simon and Steph are going to take the dogs for a walk, I can hear. Now it's a bit cooler. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm just going to clean that. Lovely. So now we're going to go in with dark Mossy Meadow. And I'll warn you now, my Mossy Meadow tip, my brush, it's working. Oh no, it's the light one. The brush end has got a little bit damaged. They've been well used in classes. Yeah, no, it's a holder. He's been warned, Paul, not to swear. He has been prone to do that, I'm afraid. So he has to be good. Hence why he's taking the dogs for a walk, so he's a little bit quieter for a while. I'm just covering it all very quickly. And just going to blend it in. So yeah, you'll see this one's the damaged one. It appears there's not much in it, so I'm just going to flick the end. Okay. Oh, I think my Mossy Meadow light one's running out a bit. It could be because I'm using it on this white. I may have another one in my box actually. So, nearly there. Being very quick. That's it. That's pretty much it now, apart from the sentiment. And I can't remember what colour. Oh, I think I did that in black, yeah. I need a little bit of scrap. Oops. I'm not using the sentiment that's in the set. I just wanted a birthday one. So I'm actually using, if I can find it, my Itty Bitty Greeting. Oh, Itty Bitty Birthdays, which is a really good set. Loads of lovely sentiments in there. Really handy set. I'm going to go with Birthday Wishes because it's a really nice one to fussy cat out. So I'll just switch that over. So else, I'm looking for Memento Black. A little bit of Whisper White. You're all very quiet. For you ladies, I'm guessing you're watching. Right. Let's just do this. Right, I'll mount it up. So it was a bit naughty. I have used a die tonight, and I know I'm not don't use, but you could just cut a rectangle. But it's just that I was being a bit lazy, and for speed, just did a die cut a rectangle out, which I'm just going to glue on there. I can't believe the colour looks like Cajun Craze. Maybe I might be able to open the blinds soon if the sun's gone. So just bung the rectangle on there. I say bung, glue it. And then glue the picture on, the design. There we go. Trying to line roughly up the edges and obviously get it central. And we're nearly there. It's not sticking very well. Right, I'm going to quickly fussy cut this out. Same procedure as usual. Move the cardstock, not the scissors. Obviously the scissors move a little bit, but majority the cardstock moves. Oh, and it is quite fiddly with a small one like this, but it's a lovely font this is. So I'm doing it really quickly. Sorry, I do forget that I'm not on camera. I'm back now. That's it. I actually put that on foam pad. That's going to be quite tight to get them on there. That's even smaller than before. We'll have a go. Pokey tool. I'm not using Stampin Up ones because I've run out. I'm waiting for my order to come with them on, so I've been a bit naughty and using Rogue ones, but needs must when I've run out. Oh, right, there we go. There are a few white speckles on it, I can see now. And then we just place that in there. And bung some sequins on. Now these sequins are from the Peaceful Poppy suite, which the poppy stamps are all carrying over. The paper one, the designer series paper, never carries over. and I'm not sure whether that's on offer or not. It could well be on my website. I haven't looked, I have to say. But yeah, these are in the suite, and I'm pretty sure they're retiring as well. Sorry, I must make sure I'm in camera. I get carried away doing my own thing. I forget that people are watching me. Right, here we go. Put the gold one on there. It's a lovely mixture in here. There's gold, red, black, clear. I'm using my picker tool to pick them up with, which has a scoring tool, or pokey tool I should say. No, I don't want black. And a sticky end, which is a bit like blue tack, to be honest. But it really helps getting sequins on. Problem is, it's too sticky and they stick to me then. Oh, here we go. So I need another pokey tool. Oh no, it's done it, good. Right, here we go. What colour should we have now? Pink one. The glue is going to show through for time being, but that will dry clear. Oh, that will not stay. Oh, yeah, you won't see the glue. Let's just have another couple here. Right, put that there. The black one. Goodness me. And another gold one. And some of them are floral shapes, look, pretty shapes. There we go. That's neat too. I don't know what you're saying neat too, but I'll say, yeah. Because I don't look up, that's my problem. I don't look, right, I've lost the lid now. Right, there it is. Right, that was that one done. Hope you liked that. Hope you all have a go at doing it, ladies. It is a good technique. Right, so just put them over there to dry. Just have a quick slurp of water. Excuse me. Right, now we're going to go for the card holder. So back we come. Just get the cards out of the way for the time being. I'll show you how to, I even did the envelopes, decorate the envelope. I'll show you how to do that. That's really easy as well. Right, just got to remember how I did this. Right, so yeah, that creates your little cards, and your cards go in there, or your folder rather. I would recommend not using dimensionals too much because it does make it a little bit bulky. It just slips in there and then folds and then ties up, and then we decorate the front. So to make that, I need a piece of designer series paper which measures 8 inches by 12 inches. Why have I got a spare bit of card? Oh, I don't know. I've missed something off. Right, so 8 inches by 12 inches, and we score it horizontally, so the long side. I'm going to score it at 4 inches, which is obviously half. Hi Kate, how are you? Hi Ellie, how are you? Right, so score it at 4, and then vertically we have to score it at 3 1/4 on both ends, basically. So there's an easy way to do that. Just going to get rid of my mouse, that's in my way. 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 that side, and then just flip it round. Just like that. That's all you have to do. Right. The trick is now trying to see your score marks. So there's that one, the middle one. It is Kate, it is Perennial Essence, yeah. And I've just on my last pack, I had to open my last pack today because I love it so much. Might order another pack because I'm a bit naughty. And it is reduced at the moment, Kate. It is reduced to £8.60. I think I said, yeah. So bargain. Yeah, I use this for my swaps when we went to Dortmund. I made bookmarks with it, laminated bookmarks. I've been through quite a few packets of it, I can tell you. Alright, so I've burnished all my folds. And all we're going to do, where your lines are, you're just going to bring this corner right up to it. You don't want to overgo, you want a little bit of a slither. You don't want it right on the line because otherwise it'll be too bulky. But you want it flat and even, so take a little bit of time in doing that. So that sometimes it's not too bad on this lighter coloured DSP, seeing the lines. But you really don't want to go over it. Yep, it has been reduced. I don't think all the designer series paper has been reduced, but this one, I did check this one today, and this one has. It may get reduced even more, but the trouble is if you leave it too long, then it'll all go, because a lot of things are selling out now. The yellow fluffy centres for these that match this suite, they've all gone, which I was disappointed about because I want to get some more. But hey ho, we know this when the retiring list comes out. This is what happens. Right, so there's that. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, so then you just bring it in and burnish it again. Flip it around, just fold it in, and you've created your folder. You just fold it in half, and you've got like a little booklet. I hope I was on camera then. So that's all there is to it. And then you can decorate it however you like. So what I did, I got some ribbon. Oh, this is carrying over, this ribbon. It's lovely, this organdy petal pink. It's going to be a bit long because there's a metre here. You don't quite need a metre, but I'll just go for it because then I'll just chop it off afterwards. So find the centre. Sorry, I'm doing that off camera, but just find the centre roughly. You can stick it down if you like. It makes it easier. I probably will actually. I didn't earlier, but just going to use a little bit of tape just to until I get my front on. So you just want it roughly in the middle. I'm struggling tonight with my fingers all over the place. It doesn't matter what it looks like because we're going to be covering it, so that will just help to hold it. You can, yeah. No, I'll tie it afterwards. Where's the... Right, got to find what I did with the topper now. I did have it. Bear with while I look for it. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, again, I've been a little bit naughty. I have used a die cutting machine purely because I've got it. You could cut a rectangle out and decorate it. It'd be absolutely fine. Look lovely, just as lovely. But because I've got these gorgeous ornate dies, I've used one. Look how lovely they are. I don't know if you can see it. You need white underneath it. Yeah, look how ornate they are. And they're in the ornate garden suite, which has come up in the new catalogue, but it was released early to us, so we've got it now. Right, so here we go. Pop on some dimensions, quite a few. Oh, and I've used one of the rectangle dies to cut. But as I say, if you didn't have a die machine, you would just cut your rectangles out by hand, really, or with your machine, your cutting machine. But these dies are so gorgeous. I can't stop using them. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of a gully in the middle for the ribbon. You probably haven't got it quite. Gosh, I do need my dimensionals. I'm getting so short. Well, I am short, I know, but short dimensionals, that's for sure. Yeah, got plenty on there. I'll just swap the tops off. Sorry if I'm off camera again. Nearly there. And I'm just going to take this up as well as an extra sticky thing. Otherwise the gloss sometimes doesn't stick to the dimensionals. Alright, I think the ribbon's a little bit wider than this, but I'm kind of roughly going to get it in the middle if it's central. Trying to line it all up. There we are. And then you'll just be able to tie a bow when I finish making the cards. So that's that done. Do you want me to shall I show you the big one? Yeah, go on, I might as well while I'm here. Right, I'll show you to do it. Right, now I use some DSP that I didn't particularly like, I have to be honest. But yeah, I wanted to do a version where our normal A6 cards would fit in it as well. So I thought, right, run some measurements in my head today and come up with this. The only thing is, whereas they fit in sideways, like this way, the cards go in that way, these have to go in just, I guess, like top and bottom. I haven't bought an envelope up, but I'm pretty sure an envelope will fit in there as well. So they fit in that way, and I guess you'd have to put your ribbon, you could tie your ribbon around there, but it'd be better to tie your ribbon around there and decorate this front. So it's a little bit different, but it works. So, and the measurements for that, I'll just quickly tell you, but I'll put them on my blog as well. So the paper is 12 by 12, no cutting involved. You score at 6 inches horizontally, and you score in from both ends vertically at 3 3/4 instead of the 3 1/4. So it's exactly the same system, same technique, just different measurements. So 6 inches horizontally and in at both ends 3 3/4 inches. And similar folding, but it just slightly folds up slightly different. But at least it works, so that's good. There's that. So I'll do some of the cards now. It would help if I actually had the designs, wouldn't it? Do you want me to? No, I don't need to show you, do I? Or do I? Shall I? Tell me if you want me to show you how to make the other one, please. And I will, if you think you want to see it. Just conscious not to bore everybody. Right, I can do that at the end. Right, so made 4 cards because they're similar. I'm not going to probably make them all. What's that? Oh, it's only 22. So I'm going to make that daisy one, I think, and probably this one, I think. Should have done the embossing while I had the embossing out. They are beautiful, Susan. Yeah, they're one of my favourites. I absolutely adored them when I first saw them, and yeah, I still haven't fallen out of love with them. I love them. Don't know where my spare. Aha, I found it. Right, so I'm going to show you how to do an envelope, which is really quick, really easy. These are our Stampin' Up envelopes, so they're slightly different from traditional. Well, some envelopes like this one, the other ones I use aren't, but they've got like a square or rectangular opening. So we're just going to decorate that by all we do. Which side? I never can work out which way the paper's up. I don't know. I don't think it matters if I can't tell. I think we'll have that on there. So just going to run some glue. You could use snail or anything else you've got. You can also do the liners inside as well, but I'll have to show you that another time. And then you're just going to butt it up to the, you want it a little bit over because you want it right on the crease. And you just press and cut. So I can get 2 out of this bit, so that's good. Obviously when the glue dries it won't buckle up like it is at the moment, and then just cut round. Obviously you can just sometimes I use a post-it note and then stamp the flap. Gosh, sorry, I keep going off camera. Hello Annie, how are you? Right, and that's that done. And you've got a lovely decorated flap to your envelope. You can't see it from the other side, so that's lovely. So I won't show you any more because you don't need to see me do all of them. Excuse me, let's do this daisy card, it's quick and easy. Right, so as I said, we're using the notelets, which are smaller. And I'll try and work out if I can stamp both at the same time actually. Did I not put any? Yeah. So just got 2 slivers of Whisper White, and yet again I'm using the Itty Bitty Birthday stamp set. And I'm going to do some belated birthdays. I should send this to you really, shouldn't I, Susan, being as I forgot your birthday yesterday. I do apologise. I hope you had a lovely day though. It wasn't actually in my planner. I did look today, and I don't know why it wasn't, but right, so happy belated birthday to Susan. I'm using Flirty Flamingo, which I think is in the papers as well. I think it is in this one. It seems to match, so that's what I'm using. That's it. We can actually try and make 2 cards at the same time, which is the obvious way to go really. It's the sensible way to make cards. So we're using a little bit of the vellum, which is in the suite, the Floral Essence, I think it's called vellum. That comes in 12 by 12 sheets of 12 by 12, and that's still available. And a little bit of yellow on the. So I'm just trying to work out. So I'll stick the yellow on there. No, I don't know. I thought I had everybody's birthdays, although everybody for the class members. I really did. But I must admit, I've not been looking at my diary and my planner since COVID, so much since I haven't had proper classes. I just don't look at it every day, and I should really. Right, because we were doing a bit of vellum, usual technique. Going to put a little bit of glue on the silicone mat and use a sponge. Because then you won't notice it once it dries, whereas you would if you put liners of glue on. There we go, just like that. I'd help if I had the other bit of paper. Here it is. Oh yeah, it's not going, so straight onto the DSP Design Series paper, which is upside down. Can I manage to say, yeah. This, yes, you have to watch this. Some of them do have a right and a wrong way, and some don't. So squidging that on there. I'm just going to cut the excess off. And we're going to have very gluey scissors. Which we'll clean off with a glue rubber or some alcohol. any alcohol, I think, but that I use rubbing alcohol. But I guess you could use other alcohol, vodka, or whatever you've got. I don't know. I assume it will work. I've never tried it, to be honest. So that's a bit sticky there. Right. What are we doing now? Right. We're sticking that onto the main. No, we're not. We are. No, we're not. We are doing some stamping, I think. Oh, after we put this on. So a bit of glue on there. Yeah, when I make a card set, I try and either do 4 slightly different designs, but contrasting. It's up to you, you know, or you can do 4 the same and then just do different sentiments. I think it is nice to have them contrasting though, or contrasting or matching, either way, it doesn't really matter. Hi Neil, how are you? Lovely to see you yesterday. That was a surprise. Good surprise. See you and Denise. Right, so there's that. We'll cut the excess off. This is all just scraps that I'm using, these whisper, all my offcuts off my, so always save them. They're ideal for when you do sentiments. I won't bother keeping those bits though. And stick that on. I've got a bit of a glue thing going on there. Yeah, the only trouble with, yet again, with this paper is using both sides. It's like so pretty on both sides. It's a shame to use it, but that's why you need to buy at least 2 packs, so you don't have that problem with choosing. Well, I was actually meant to do the stamping before doing that, but hey ho. I didn't know whether I'd have the time to get all of these cards done. Oop. That's the base is done. Now I've just got to do the flowers. Now, I think, no, that's not big enough. Have I bought a big enough bit of, I don't know if I have actually. She says, looking. No, that's not the envelope. I don't think I've bought a big enough bit of pink vellum up. Although saying that, I've got the packet here. Right, quick, I'll show you. This is it's 12 by 12, look, it's too big to, so it comes, you've got So Saffron, Old Olive and Petal Pink, I think, and there's 12 sheets, so also obviously 4 of each colour. 12 by 12. I can't remember the price. What was the price? Oh, I think it's about £10.75, but don't quote me on that. I don't think it's been reduced, unfortunately, not yet. So I'm just going to grab a piece of that because for some reason I obviously didn't bring it up. So we're quickly going to stamp that in Flirty Flamingo. And and obviously because it's on vellum, that'll take a little while to dry, so we'll leave it to dry then for a while. I'm not at all organised tonight. So just to show you, make sure, oh gosh, when the punch is obviously, you've got the 2 at the bottom, so you want to stamp the 2 at the bottom just to make life easier for yourself. So ink it up. And go, oh, I've got ink. And then gosh, did I have to do my Flirty Flamingo today? Re-ink it. Oh, that was so light in colour. Didn't look good at all. So it's nice and juicy, nice and bright. And I'm off again, aren't I, off the camera? So So I'm conscious not to get that. Yeah, I know I haven't used my foam mat. So that's that. So I'm just going to let that, I'm going to put that to one side for the moment and then do the other one in petal pink while that dries, and I might even have just to heat set it with a gun just to finish it off. So this is on Whisper White. I will use the foam mat for this one. So yet again, 2 petals at the bottom. And obviously I think you can see what happens. We obviously glue the 2 together to make one flower. So you need 2 stamped out. Probably didn't mention that before. And we need some yellow centres doing, don't we? So crushed curry, because it's nice and vibrant. I've got a little yellow centre here. And I just use a very small hole punch, or half-inch punch, to punch them out. Do I need any more? No. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we're going to punch them out. So you just line it up. You probably can't see the pink very well, it is quite subtle. Line it up, take your time, and then just punch it down. Line it up. It's hard for me to see because I'm trying not to have it, hold it close to body. Oh yeah, you need to do the other ones. I wonder if they're dry. Just a quick test. No, it's still a little bit smudgy, so I'm just going to quickly dry that with a heat gun. Hopefully that's done it. We'll soon see. It's got 2 chances. Right, here we go. Hopefully you can see that one a little bit better. Oh, don't think it has dried, to be honest, but right, so it shouldn't need the punch anymore. Shouldn't need vellum anymore. A little punch. I don't know if this is carrying over. I know some of the circle punches have retired, which I'm a bit sad about because I love my punches. But right, I shall have to check. Right, here we go. So if you want a little bit of movement, the same with the usual the flowers, a little bit of round folding. Don't do what I often do and pull it too tight and pull the ends off. So just gently. It just breaks down the fibres a little bit, paper fibres. And actually I want it that side showing. I don't want it so vibrant, so I'm going to turn it that way. There we are, and then we can stick them together. Try and make sure they're central. Oh gosh, don't do that. It's a bit sticky now. That's a little bit off, but I know what it is. My fingers are all sticky. I need to wash them. That's a bit better. Should really be doing this on the silicone mat because then nothing will stick to it either. You could put these up on dimensionals, but because of the folder, I'm trying to keep things as flat as possible. Yeah, I miss those fluffy centres. I'm going to miss those. I'm surprised they didn't carry over actually, being as the stamp set is. That would have been lovely. But hey ho, that's the nature of the beast. Right, we're nearly there. We're just going to put the leaves on. I need Mossy Meadow, which is right at the bottom. And as I say, I could use those other leaves, but I think they'd be a bit too dark anyway. I quite just like the outline of this poppy-like leaf. Oh, and also there's another leaf, this leaf in the set, and there used to be a punch that matched that, but that's retired, and that's sold out, I believe, because I couldn't find it on my website today. So I'm assuming it's sold out. Punches generally do go quite quickly. So just get a matter of where I'm going to line it up. Roughly about there. I'm just going to stamp it down. Another one just up there. Same goes for this one. Obviously it is going to show underneath the vellum a little bit, so a little bit more care. There. Yeah, I just want to show you just slightly the vellum can give it just a slightly different effect. I'm getting hot now. Right. Let's stick the. Is that right? No, I did the white one on the pink, didn't I? Not that it really matters. And that one on there. Let's put a bit more glue. I didn't get round to doing the inserts, which I know I promised myself I would. But I have been, yeah, it took me quite a while to do all this today, to design it all and do the cards. So that's those two done. Match the other two. And then we'll just do the other two cards. What is the time? Oh, it's taken an hour so far, so I might try and curl that under a little bit. They're a little bit curly. Look, it's a bit like a lily actually. But I'll do that when it's dry. So now on to the last two. Get rid of all this. So using the different stamps this time, the blocky ones, the fulls. I don't know what they're called. I should know what they're called. Full stamps, I guess. So we'll do two at a time again. As I'll do two as if we're doing one. And we need the foam mat. Oh, this is the problem I have because I stick it down so my mat doesn't move. Right, I'll stick it under there. So petal pink. What other colour do we need? Blackberry Bliss, Flirty Flamingo, although I have got two of them done. Oh, and I think we've got to do a bit of emboss and more white. I knew I should have done that earlier. I knew there was some more embossing, but never mind. So we've got this huge big stamp. We're just going to go all over the background with. If you wanted it lighter, you could do second generation, which is obviously where you stamp it off first. I can't do it because I won't do it because I think it'll be too light on the card. So that's that. My door on you ladies? Have you all gone to sleep? Or have you all just left me? Or are you all just watching? So all very simple, just two slightly different ones. So we've got pink, which I just got to quickly cut out. I've got to do some embossing. I need some more scrap. Excuse me, I can't find, so I'll just have to grab this. Ah, headphones. What are you playing then, Wanda? Maybe I don't want to know. Oh, that's lovely. See, I wouldn't want to watch myself. Probably because I know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's lovely that other people want to watch me though. Right, so Blackberry Bliss. It's got a little bit speckled. Blossoms in Bloom. Oh, you're actually playing with Blossoms in Bloom. Yeah, you can do that black magic technique with that, I think, can't you? Is that one of the, is that a stamp set similar to this where it's full? If that's the one I'm thinking of, with the pretty die, with the full flowered floral die, whatever it is. Right, don't need that. Don't need pink ones because I've already got, so there's no point in doing that. That's all right. You can craft and watch me. That's absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. As ladies can multitask. I don't have a problem if you don't watch, really. It's just right. Just do some white embossed ones, which is a bit of a pain. I've already just had that all out, but never mind. Oh, it is coming out. No, I must admit, I usually watch people's Facebook lives while I'm crafting. I can't just sit and watch them. Okay, I've lost my sheet again. Oh yes, it is. Yeah. So are you doing this black? Are you doing the black magic technique, then, Wanda? That'd be great if you are. If you're actually on it already. Having a go. Please, if you are, please show me. Because that was the one that came to my mind, actually, the new one in the catalogue that I thought would work well with this technique, or the black magic technique, I mean. Right, I don't think I need that anymore. Heat gun, excuse the noise, I'll be as quick as possible. Oh, I've got to do the same as well. Not yet, need to spread my... Oh, where are you then? Are you in the kitchen or are you in your little craft area? Oh, which one is it? Well, I'm sure you'll get around to doing it anyway at some stage and show me. Won't be long for the new catalogues, ladies. Next Wednesday, just over a week, week tomorrow. And I don't know if you've all seen, but I'm having a launch day. I'm hoping to do a few fun things. Show you all some of the new sweets, show you some samples, have a few games. So if you can join me, that would be terrific. At 10 till 4. And I'm maybe doing something special in the evening on our Facebook Live. Haven't thought about that yet. Well, I have thought about it. Haven't decided yet. In your little area. Oh, well, your area is lovely and it's always tidy, which makes me mad. Every time I come around, it's always tidy. Unlike my craft area, which is not. You're so good at putting everything away though when you're finished. I've just realised I should have done some more embossing while I had that out, but in the sentiment I shall leave that. I can do that another time. So quickly cutting them out. Yeah, at least you've got a little area wander to yourself where you can craft. You'll need it, so we don't have to keep packing everything away, although I know you do. It's alright. I must really be conscious of that. Watch that. Well, as you know, mine's my dining room. Yes, Kate, hopefully. I'm hoping I'm going to have a better or a bigger launch party in July when I've got more time to organise it. I've left it a bit last minute, so it'll be more of a showcase day, but I'm hoping it'll be fun. But yes, I'll be having a bigger one, but then I may have to charge for that because they'll... No worries, Susan. Have a lovely evening. But yeah, I haven't quite thought that all through yet, but got to do something because I can't do one in reality, unfortunately. So I've got to do an online something or other. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the new goodies. I've played a little bit with my pre-order, but not a lot. So I shall be doing the rest of this week, having a good play. So I can show you all. There we go. I do apologise that you got to watch me cut this out. I did mean to do it earlier, but I just run out of time. Don't know where the time goes when I'm crafting. Just flies by. I can hear the birds sing. That's lovely. Gonna have good weather this week, I think, ladies. I think I've got, well, I looked as far as Thursday and it is. So yeah. Obviously you probably gathered by now, there is no die for this set, by the way. There is just the punch for the one flower. And you just have to fussy cut it out. Which is I don't have a problem with. Probably a little bit boring for all you though. Nearly there. I do have to tell you, I actually put a blue flower with this earlier, and I thought it would go and match because it's in the papers, but no, I really didn't like it, so then I changed it for the white one. I just wasn't happy with it, so hence why the cards took me a little while to do today. But hey, we've got to be satisfied with what we do. I think I can whisk that out now. I've only got leaves to do. Trying to think. Oh, I've got to do the purple ones yet, haven't I? And the yellow. Right. Yeah, I think I'll just do one card because otherwise you are going to lose the... Right, here we go. I'll just get one done. I knew it would be quite a long one tonight if I did everything. Just do that, but I'll just cut one out. I'll probably do this one actually. So we need the punch for that. Oh yeah, here's the punch. This punch, I think this is called Everyday Label Punch, and I didn't realise till I looked today. I mean, I obviously wrote it in my book at the time, but this is retiring as well. So I'm quite disappointed because it's one I use quite a bit. So it's going. I think it's still available. Oh, and I've just been with. That's right, that goes back together again. It's just the thing that closes it and opens it. Right, so we're going to do. Now this sentiment is in the set. It's called All Days Are Beautiful That Begin With You, and this is what I actually put on my bookmarks for Dortmund. Oh, I know what I did underneath. Powder pink. I always like to do this when I've got just to layer a few. So just in with the outline stamp. You probably can't see it very well, but just gives a little bit of something else. Yeah, I haven't got my foam mat, but there we go. Right, well, so we just got to do a purple one quickly. Blackberry Bliss. Right, cut in camera, Sarah. I'm glad this colour's staying, Blackberry Bliss. I love this colour. Not that it's an in colour, I think it was an in colour, wasn't it? Then they brought it back with the refresh last year. So what do we all think of the new in colours, ladies, who've seen them? Do we have a favourite? I quite like the Magenta Madness, I think it's called, even though I thought it was a bit vivid, but I do like a good hot pink. I can't say I dislike any of the new colours. And probably the green would be my least favourite, the jade. Well, I like it. I love the bumblebee, and I love the brown one, which I can't think what it's called at the moment. And the blue. I don't know how, if the blue is going to be anywhere like Blueberry Bushel. Probably not, I don't know. But yeah, there they do all look nice. So it'll be exciting when we can actually get our hands on them. Right, so I think we're good to go now. Just to almost finish the card off, just got a leaf stamp. Mossy Meadow, where's that gone? Oh gosh, sequins have just gone on the floor. I don't even look to see if the lid's opened. Oh dear. Oh no, I did. The lid has stayed on. Hooray! I haven't got them to pick up. Right, so just kind of placing that there, the guide. That's where you want to put the leaf or leaves. Same down here. Kind of mostly get covered up anyway. I think this has to be my longest Facebook Live to date. Or it's a little bit over actually. Well, maybe I have to do it that side this time. Yeah, let's go for it. Try and be a little bit careful with my dimensionals, because I haven't got many left. Not keen on Joe like all the other. Yeah, I'm the same, Kate. Although I probably will. I just feel that we've got quite a lot of greens, and we perhaps don't need any more. Although it is, it's very different from our other greens we've got, so maybe we do need it. This looks. Oh, I know what I haven't done. Haha. Right, sponge. Hopefully. So just to make it stand out a little bit, Blackberry Bliss, and I've already got some on there, so I'm gonna. I knew there was something missing. And I know I should have mounted this on my cardstock first as well. Here we go, we'll do it this way. Yeah, and I will certainly miss lovely lipstick in the new colours. That's one of my favourites out of the new colours, the old and new colours, in colours. But we have to have fresh new colours to keep us up to date. It's good that they do actually. I'm pleased that they do. Keeps everything a little bit fresher for us all. That's better. Right. Just try and work out. Yeah, I think that'll do. So a bit of glue there and some dimensionals at the bottom. Oh, well, thank you, whoever's of all you that have stayed with me for so long. So my Facebook Lives don't generally run on this long. I don't know where to put that. It's a bit. It's going to block off the U a little bit. There. But I will put those other measurements for the C6 cards on my blog. So, and it's exactly the same method, just slightly folding it up differently at the end. But good if you want to make a quick present for somebody to put some cards in, a little quick folder. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird this way round. I don't know why, just me. I think it's the angles of the flowers I'm putting them at. Fine, that one was underneath, not above. There we go. There. Done. So yeah, just the other one to do, which is very similar. You just cut it out and stick them down. Right. I have to apologise. I've got to put my t-shirt on, and I have been sitting here in my in my nightie actually because I'm so hot. I'm just gonna. Well, thank you all for joining me and for staying for so long. Let's flick the camera. Here we go. See, I'm decent now. Although if you don't just see my straps and my negligee. Although Wanda Soul caught me in it the other day, didn't you, Wanda? Hey ho. All fun and games. Right, so yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that and I didn't bore you too much. I'll put all the measurements that if you need them. May not get around to doing it on my blog tomorrow, but I'll definitely by the end of the week. But I do try to get it done by Wednesday, but things happen. And they do to me anyway. But no, it's all good. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you next Tuesday. And that's the night before the catalogue goes live. So I think I will probably use some of the new stuff. So I'll look forward to that. And I hope you can join me as well. So thank you all and have a lovely evening, what's left of it. And enjoy the rest of the sunny week. So thank you. See you soon. Bye.